Congressman hooked up. There he is. Thanks for being with us tonight on this Friday here on the Hill. Yeah, thanks for being with us and getting to us so soon. So there's this conversation about the southern border. You're in California, obviously a border state. And we've seen what's happened along the southern border, Congressman, especially with encounters, right? They're down more than 95% or somewhere in that range under the Trump administration. The administration came out today and said, you know what? We believe that $175 billion in funding should go forward to secure the southern border. The reason I bring that up is I wonder if you think the president has built up the political capital, given what's happened at the southern border, to say, yeah, give DHS the money it needs.
You know, so I will give the president success where success is due. The southern border and illegal crossings have gone down. The American public voted for that, and he's delivered. Do we need $175 billion more? Maybe, but again, he's succeeding with what he has available. So, you know, if it's tactical, if we're using it to address the drug cartels, address fentanyl trafficking, great. Come to Congress and let's talk about it. And I think we're willing to negotiate.
All right. I want to ask you about your party. I mentioned you're in the state of California. There was a little bit of an event there in the middle of the week with the old Vice President, Kamala Harris, sort of reemerging in your state. And we're starting to see more of this, right? Pete Buttigieg is heading to Iowa. Governor Wes Moore is heading to Pennsylvania and South Carolina, all in the upcoming weeks. These are names that are possibly being talked about for your side of the aisle as potential future leaders in the upcoming years. In your state, with VP Harris, there's talk about her maybe running for governor or her running for president once again. What do you think she should do? What are you hearing?
You know, given that she gave that speech in San Francisco, I have no inside knowledge, but I guess she might be thinking about running for governor. She was a good attorney general. She's served the state of California well as a senator. And, you know, I think she would be a formidable candidate if she decided she wanted to run for governor.
You think that's the best path for her?
Well, California is the fourth largest economy in the world. We're on the front lines. Yeah, I don't think Trump is particularly fond of California, so we may be in battle, but you know, we will look for places to work together. And again, she's served California well throughout her career.
Let me take you out of your state. There was a poll in Georgia, right? Georgia's obviously a state we watch a lot. There was a poll in Georgia, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Democrats, what do you think about the Democratic Party? Only just 35% in that state had a favorable view of the Democratic Party. What is the brand right now of the Democratic Party as you see it, Congressman? How do you improve that number if you even can? I mean, that poll right there caught my attention.
Yeah, I think people are pissed off right now. They're angry. They're worried. They're watching their 401ks drop. They're worried about, you know, the cost of groceries, everything else. And now Republicans are talking about taking their health care away. We're going to see what happens. I think people are angry. They're worried. You know, Donald Trump's, you know, at 102, 103 days. The honeymoon period's over. We will.
What do you guys have to do? I hear you on the anger. What do you think the party has to do? Because there's this big conversation about, like, who's the leader? Do you move to the middle? Do you move to the left? I just heard you say give the president credit on immigration. You'd get absolutely destroyed in some corners of your party for saying that.
Yeah, but you know what? Joe Biden probably lost the election. We probably lost the election because we didn't act soon enough on the border, and the public spoke on that. We didn't do enough talking to the public about the prices of their groceries and so forth. I think that's why we lost the election. I think that's why Donald Trump won the election. So we've got to understand that, learn those lessons, talk about the things that people care about. Donald Trump won on the economy. I don't wish ill on the American people. I hope he's right on tariffs. But if prices don't come down, if the cost of groceries don't come down, then they're going to be in a real hard problem. If they take health care away from folks, they're going to have a real issue. I think it's not enough to be against Donald Trump. We've got to tell people what we're going to do to make their life.
All right. We'll leave it there. Again, thanks for hooking up with us tonight. Congressman Bera, Democrat there in California. Have a nice weekend, sir. Talk soon.
Welcome, people.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.